Okay, welcome back, NBA Shorts. This is Trey Dalbert. Along with me on the line, Jared Prosser, our Australian correspondent, makes his NBA Shorts debut. We're going to talk about the 76ers and who deserves the most blame. They're getting waxed by the Celtics in the playoffs. Jared, I'll throw it over to you. Brett Brown, Elton Brand, who deserves more blame for Philadelphia's struggles?
It's a tough one. Brown has obviously been there the longest. He's possibly had the most difficult coaching job of anybody in NBA history, frankly, between going through the worst of the process and now having all the expectations of essentially a pair of number one picks. I believe Embiid would have been number one if he wasn't injured. But those two superstars, they just don't mesh. That's completely obvious by now. We've got one who shoots too much from the perimeter and one who refuses to shoot from the perimeter. They just don't work. Now, as much as Brown could probably coach them a little bit better, that does come down to the GM and the GMs before Elton Brand as well. Brand, he hasn't been there that long, so it's tough to assign too much of the blame to him. He's almost been cleaning up other people's messes. I'm not convinced he's a great GM. But at the same time, he didn't draft Fultz. He didn't bring Butler in. He did make the Tobias Harris trade, which was obviously a huge overpay in both trade and contract. And he probably didn't get enough for Fultz in trading him out. But he has done some nice work on the fringes. Picking up James Ennis when he did a couple of seasons ago was a good pickup. Picking up Alec Burks and GR3 was a really nice little pickup. He probably needs more time to really put his imprint on this team. The big thing with Elton Brand is, does he have the stones to pull up stumps with either Embiid or Simmons and see which superstar he wants to build around? I think that's going to be the big thing for the Sixers, trying to find a direction around a singular star and seeing if they can find another star that can work with whoever they choose to keep. Going back to Brown, I think he probably deserves less blame than the front office in general. And because Brand hasn't been there for a long time, I'll probably, group in all of the GMs together in this. Like I said, Brown's had a very, very difficult job. Could he have done that job better? Yes, probably. But at the same time, it's hard to assign too much blame to a guy who is working with a deck that's so clearly stacked against him. If we're talking about who needs to go, and let's face it, even with Simmons out, if Boston sweep Philly, which is likely, I dare say that Brown will go. I don't think he necessarily deserves to go based on the job he's done. But if you're going to choose between Brown and Brand, Brown has been there longer. He's had the chance to, conjure some magic with this team that he's got. Brand hasn't had the opportunity to fail yet. So I think Brand deserves the opportunity to screw up royally before we get rid of him.
See, I don't even think that it's even close. I think Brett Brown is getting a really, really bad rap here. And the reason for that is, you kind of touched on it, I don't think you can win with this roster, and I don't care who the coach is. Elton Brand has royally screwed up this roster. The rest of the league has gone small, quick, fast. He said, screw it. I want old guys who can't run and who are too big. The Al Horford contract is indefensible. Even at the time, we kind of knew, hey, maybe we get one good year out of it. But, you know, this is a win-now move. And the Tobias Harris thing, you can't convince me that paying 2 first-round picks and giving up Landry Shamet just to acquire his bird rights to pay him a supermax, I mean, that is insane. So I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I agree with the Harris thing. That was an overpay on the trade and an overpay on the contract. I'd kind of forgotten about Horford, to be honest. He's become that nondescript as a player, which is a shame because he was a wonderful player in his prime. But yeah, look, I still think that Brand has been working with a deck that's stacked against him. And I hate to say it because I adore Brett Brown, but I think he probably is the one who will go if anybody does go. Does he deserve it? No. But if somebody's going to go, it's going to be him simply because of tenure, whereas Brand still has, I guess, some of that new car smell to him, if that makes sense.
All right, that's going to do it. NBA Shorts, comment down below. Who do you think deserves the most blame for the 76ers problems? Is it Brett Brown? Is it Elton Brand? Maybe Sam Hinkie looks really good right now. That's going to do it. Make sure to follow Jared and follow myself. Until next time, we will see you soon.